can kind of just use it as I want.
And we are live.
No warning. Nice. Thanks.
I did a Paul Murray, okay?
I think I wasn't saying nothing about Rob. Oh, wait, he's on the panel.
Yeah, as I say, he's on the panel. We can say whatever we want. He's on the panel.
Yeah, I ain't bothered. Right.
I like how Laura decides for Rob. She's like, you can talk all your shit you want about him. He's on the panel. It's okay. Don't worry about his feelings.
What feelings? Oh, now I can't get into my tub.
There's nothing you can call me which I haven't already been called.
Well, I was going to be building my Stitch Lego today. Oh, there's the entrance.
Sniffing the blocks again?
No, I was trying to get in.
Oh, so you can put little dividers in there too, huh?
Yeah, you can if it come with the little dividers.
It didn't come with them?
Nope.
They should have been in there when you bought them.
Even on the box, it didn't say there was dividers, so.
Why would they sell a box with divider slots but not give you the... Because, like, where the hell are you supposed to buy random ass dividers that are going to fit that particular size?
I have no idea.
That is so stupid.
Right, so what stage? I did stage 4, so now I'm on stage 5.
All right, use your extra blocks. Build dividers. Screw the statue.
No. At least it's getting easier to build now.
Yeah, I think just needs anger management. Don't we?
Do what?
I think you need anger management.
Anger management?
Anger management treatment.
The hell do I need that for?
What the f are you trying to say, asshole?
So I'm trying to concentrate here. I
just
don't
hate when
mean actually shush.
I just hate when they do that with products. So, like,
well, this was supposed to be all my blue blocks in this one, but the pink fell in. And I can't be bothered to pick them all out.
well, you'll probably use most of those blue blocks before you even start needing those anyway, because those are the years anyway. Those will be some of the last blocks you put together. So luckily, you shouldn't have to dig them out too bad.
All right, who's messaged me?
Not guilty.
I'm not answering it unless it's David. So.
Where's David at? Out and about, or is he at the house?
He's gone to my ex-sister-in-law's.
Hold on, ex-sister-in-law.
Yeah.
How do you have an ex-sister-in-law? You've never been married.
Because it's my brother's missus.
Oh. I was thinking David's side. I was like, wait, what? Have you disowned her or something?
I would say she's not with my brother anymore. So
that's not Mark, your other brother.
No, it's my older brother. God, I have as well. I thought the other bricks were hard to take apart.
Where's your little hammer at?
You mean the hammer I've actually got put in the box for my nephew?
Oh, you ended up putting it away?
No, the hammer's in.
Oh.
You don't need it for this one because this is actually like proper Lego bits, but smaller.
Oh, if I gave you that rubber mallet I had, if you gave that thing a smack, it'd break it into pieces. That thing's heavy.
I just have broke it into pieces. What do you want to do? Is Rob pretending he's got friends?
I don't know. Sure what he's doing.
There we go. I got the pieces back off.
That fucking ear is bothering me. I think I got an ear infection.
Oh,
We'll take something for it.
I did. I've been taking some leftover amoxicillin that Sarah had. Took 2 of those already. It's just been bothering me the last couple days, and it's just stinging a lot
what is
today.
happened?
You know, you get that like stinging pain in here.
Yeah. I'm gonna start from the light freaking blue pieces.
And then I've flushed it a few times with peroxide too. What's up, Donald?
Is it me or my chat not working?
I mean, I see Donald in there. That's why I said hi to him. I don't know about your chat though.
My chat's blank.
Good. Have you gone to live chat?
Yep.
Click it again.
When I go in top chat, it come up. Hi, Donald. The link's on the top if you would like to come in.
Like yeah, like kind of tried to separate them in there.
We've kept some of them.
They're all sitting on their own little part of the divider, but there's no divider. Good God, that's a lot of pieces for that fucking thing. You haven't even made them dead in the other container.
This is like the light blues, pinks, and black and red in here. I don't know why I've got red. And that's not the pieces I want.
It looks like you. Oh no, I don't see no red pieces on that diagram anywhere, man.
Oh, I've got to find it in there further on. Why do they keep making the pieces so they overlap? Oh, Donald, come and chat to us.
Don't hear a damn thing with that hammer.
I could turn the what do you call it off if you want.
It's so weird because you're talking, but that's completely silent. Nothing. The noise cancellation on StreamYard's gotten pretty good, but it's still not as good as Zoom's. If they can get it, if they can tweak it a little bit more, make it about as twice as good as it is now, it'd be perfect. Because it does really good with background noise in like a room.
Yeah.
But as far as like if you're outside and you're getting a lot of noise, it's complete crap.
What? Worst ASMR ever. It's not supposed to be ASMR. It's
ASMR.
Yeah. I don't think you really would want me to turn my mic on. If I have to pull this back, I'm going to scream.
Donald said he's making coffee. Might join in a couple minutes.
Make me one while you're there. Right, I think it's that blue bit that's wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn my headset mic on and go lay down in the bed while I'm on here.
Okie dokie dokie.
My ear is stinging like crazy.
I think Rob's disappeared anyway.
I'll just pull the chat up on my phone.
So if I hear you snoring,
No, I'll be up. I'm just. It feels better when I'm laying down.
I need another one of them little pieces. There we go. Just because I can't take them pieces
That's the
apart.
one good thing about having a wireless headset. If I decide I want to get up, I can just turn the mic on and go.
No, because the worst thing is going to the bathroom.
Yeah, but I can mute my mic. I just put it up.
I wonder if he'll ever make that mistake again.
Well, see, I don't know if the DJI mics, because I've never used them. I don't know if they actually have a mute button on them, or do you have to mute them with whatever program you're using?
Very bad. That's
I'm assuming they have a mute adjustment buttons on them themselves. I don't know though. Like I said, I've never used them.
oh. Fuck is this now? Oh, sorry, Laurie.
What are you saying sorry for?
I swore. It's like no.
That must be the right piece. There isn't any longer.
Okay.
But the one good thing is we got a lot of antibiotics saved.
Yeah.
I always save antibiotics if they don't get used up. If they're in pill form, I always save them. We got bottles of antibiotics saved.
Thought there's another bag over there.
Sure, if you were in an apocalyptic time, man, antibiotics would be worth its weight in gold.
I'll make extra for you, Laura, but I'm gonna put it in my mug and drink it for you. No, you can't drink it for me, Donald.
Justin,
What?
I'm just here to holler at you. You should never have leftover antibiotics. You're supposed to take the antibiotics the entire run.
Nope.
Yes. They give you those instructions when they give you the antibiotics too. Every time, without fail. You're not paying attention or you're ignoring medical advice.
Oh shit, where did my thing go?
And if you're taking weird antibiotics, Justin, you don't know if they're going to do the right thing. You're trying to fix your ear. That might be for a yeast infection.
Oh my god.
Justin's got yeast problems, have he?
Yeah.
Twat, twat, I can't hear you. I've got an ear infection. That might work, Justin. If you go ahead and take your yeast infection antibiotics, that might fix your ear.
Just amoxicillin.
But you should never have leftover antibiotics, regardless.
Come on.
Okay, I need to, I think, pull out some steaks for dinner. I should have pulled them out last night and let them thaw.
Yeah. I don't even know what I've got for dinner tonight.
I'm hoping I got some. We had a cow butchered last year, and well, actually got a third of one. And so I don't know exactly what's in there, whether or not it's going to be a roast I have to cut steaks off of, or if I've got some cut steaks already. We'll see.
Good morning or good afternoon, Donald.
Good morning. And my son. For some reason, my son thinks that the freezer is a great place to stack all of his crap from when he's working on his car.
The
That's-
deep freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily turn into a table.
Yeah, I keep telling him it's not a table. I got a rolling cart here. It happens to be full of the shit for the buggy, but that's what it's used for, is for stuff that needs a table. He could clear some stuff off of it and use it.
Do you have like a bench table and all that in there? Or like a work table?
Yeah. I've got a bench that's against the wall, that some shelving that is just totally packed full of crap. But I've tried a couple times to get in here and actually clean it up. But you know how that goes. You clean it up and a week later it's back to where it was.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, the more table space you have, the more likely you are to keep piling shit on there.
That needs to come out. Is that going to be for pot pie? Our weather's getting ready to turn cold, so I'm planning on making pot pie either tomorrow or the next day.
Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had homemade pot pie in a long time.
When I do pot pies, it's kind of like everything else I do. I make up extra and then freeze half of it. That way it's an easy grab and fix a pot pie later on.
Do you just do a big pan or do you do individual little ones?
I just do a big one.
My mom used to buy the little tinfoil things and make personal ones and freeze them like that, and they look just like the banquet ones. And you can take them out and toss it in the oven for a little bit and heat it up.
Uh-huh.
But
I
yeah,
used
the
to-
way she would make them, they look just like the banquet ones back in the day.
Yeah, I used to like those when I was a kid, but actually making your filling and everything yourself, and
The banquet ones ain't bad if you need a quick lunch or something. But I mean, if
Mhm.
you want a really good frozen one, you get the Marie Callender's ones. Those are a little bit better.
oh, that's not steak, that's liver.
Oh, did you pull the wrong thing out of the freezer?
Yeah, I'm digging around in there and nothing's labeled.
Mystery meat. That's the best.
No, I can tell what it is. This is liver.
Sarah's mom's friend gave her some meats out of her. She was trying to get rid of some stuff out of her deep freezer. and gave her some meats. It was about a month or two ago, and they pulled it out. Sarah's mom pulled it out to thaw it. She thought it was pork chops. Turned out it was pig's feet.
Ugh. I've
she,
never had pig.
she didn't realize it until later on that night when they thawed out, because it was like double bagged in like Ziploc bags. I guess she couldn't tell. I don't know.
I've never
But
had
she-
pig's feet.
that doesn't. I've never had it, so I don't know if it's good, but it just doesn't sound appetizing.
There's an entire bag of pulled pork and taco meat.
Ooh,
Got Walmart bag of like little 1 pound portions of the different. But that's not what I'm after.
like if people eat the pickled pig's feet. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd be willing to try it, but I'm always willing to try something at least once.
Here. Chuck roast. Oh, that's just ground meat. We got here chuck roast. Or liver. Oh, there. Rib
That's
steak.
one thing I don't like is liver. Ugh.
Oh, I love liver.
Nope. I don't like the smell of it or the taste of it. That shit's talking about something that smells your kitchen up. Ugh.
That's a sirloin chip roast. I could cut that up.
What do you like? Vacuum seal all your meats?
What?
So do you what did you vacuum seal all of them?
This came from the processing house that we had the cow done at.
My mom,
whoever had-
my mom does that every year. She gets a, her and like 3 other people go, they each go a quarter in on a cow and a pig.
Yeah, that's what we did, but just with a cow.
And, or no, it's 3 of them. And then the butcher that does the cow and the pig for him, he takes a quarter for him doing the butchering.
Uh-huh.
And then they split it up in 4ths. But the amount of meat they get is just what they pay, and for the amount of meat they get, you would never get that buying it at a store. They get really good. They're able to fill up their deep freezer and their regular freezer. And with just my mom and my stepdad, that lasts them well over 6-7 months. Every time they do that, if not longer.
Well, I can't find where I had steaks done. There's a couple round steaks here, but that's tough. I'm not after that. That'll be for stir fry or something. Or slow cooker. So I think I'm gonna have to try and quick thaw the sirloin tip and then cut it into steaks.
Because the pigs they get, man, they're the pigs that they get every year are fucking huge, man. They're like the size of your bug. Them things are big. It's a guy that owns a farm out there. I mean, these hogs are huge, and they're mean as hell too. I remember going there when I was a kid, and they would always attack the fence when you'd walk by.
Yeah, pigs will get you. That's the rib.
Oh yeah, especially wild boars. They're fucking nuts.
Yeah,
They'll try to kill you.
Why do people have to ring you?
Down at the very bottom, there was a probably an 1.25 inch thick T-bone.
Oh. I just had a big ass T-bone the other night. That was so good.
Yep, I think depending on whether my son will be home or not, that might be just a split between me and my wife.
I do that every once in a while. I'll just make myself a steak, just a steak. Sarah will get me like one of those big ass like cowboy T-bone steaks. And it's, like an inch thick, freaking bigger than my hand, and she'll just give me that. I'll just make the steak and just eat the steak by itself. Won't make no sides, nothing. How do you eat your steaks? Medium? Well done?
I go medium rare. My wife likes hers medium well.
Yeah, I like mine medium rare.
Now, if you don't like liver, Justin, what I do with my liver is I grind it
Uh-huh.
and then season it with taco seasoning. It still has some liver flavor, but grind it and put it in like burritos and stuff, and it has a flavor kind of like. Have you ever had tongue tacos?
Yeah, I've had tongue. I've
Yeah.
had that before, yeah.
It kind of mellows the flavor back off, similar to a tongue taco.
Huh. I mean, I would be willing to try it, but like how a lot of people do it where they just do it in a pan with like liver and onions. No,
Yeah, liver and onions is great.
that's
Nobody
not
in my
my
family
thing.
likes liver and onions. Actually, I'm the only one that likes liver here in this house. So I make it in that taco form so that it's easy to just make a quick burrito out of. Organ meat is really good for you.
I thought liver was bad for you. Is it good for you?
If you
Yeah.
overeat liver, yeah, but some organ meat is good. Having a portion of organ meat every once in a while is good for you. You can overeat it.
Full of iron.
Okay, yeah.
Liver is full of iron, isn't it?
Yep.
So having just some liver is good for you, but having liver for every meal is bad for you. Everything in moderation, Justin.
That's like my mom, my stepmom used to eat the gizzards out of the chickens.
My dad liked chicken gizzards. I
I
never
always-
felt for him.
Every time I make whole chickens, I just boil them and give them to the dogs. I'll boil them in water and cook them. Then I'll mix it in and let the dogs have it.
I either use them to make gravy or I put it in my bag to make stock later on.
Yeah, my stepmom, she would just like cook them up and just eat them.
That's my dad. And hearts,
Yep.
chicken hearts. He'd sit there and eat them like popcorn.
Miss drone flying, Justin?
Do what?
You miss drone flying?
Sometimes.
But it's pretty flat where you live, though, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no mountains or anything. It's all just flat. A lot of lakes, though. A lot of bodies of water.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
We actually live in what they call the chain of lakes. And
Yeah,
there's like fucking like 30 or 40 lakes that are all connected to each other by
Yeah.
canals. I mean, you can literally spend a whole day just driving from lake to lake in your boat, or ride from lake to lake in your boat. And you wouldn't even be able to go to all the lakes within
Yeah,
one day.
I do know what you mean. We've been to Florida loads of times.
Yeah, we're just in a we live in the area where they're like mostly concentrated. There's like if there's literally 20 lakes within 5 miles of me, and they're all
Wow.
massive as hell. They're huge.
Motion detected at the front car.
You don't do no fishing or anything like that?
I haven't been fishing in years, to be honest with you, but
Motion detected
it
at the
is
front
super
car.
popular around here. You'll see people fishing everywhere all the time around here.
No, I was just wondering, like, if your boy might have been into fishing or something like that.
I mean, we've been fishing, but not like me and him haven't gone out. And you can fish in Florida without a license, but you have to use a bamboo pole and you can't use a reel.
You are?
So you can fish in Florida without a license, but
Yeah.
it has to be a bamboo pole and it can't have a fishing reel on it.
Oh my.
And you also have to hand carve your hook out of a piece of wood.
It's
And that's
kinda
only if you're blind.
Now I think if you're over a certain age, I think it's 62, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're over 62, you don't even have to have a license. There's an age limit where you don't even have to buy one anymore.
Over here, you gotta have a license just for the fact of owning the rod. Then whatever lake or body of water you go into, you gotta pay to fish in there then as well.
And I think there's an age limit too, and I think you can, if you're a kid, I think there's an age limit. I think if you're under like 15 or something, I think you can fish
Hmm.
without a license. Something like that, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I haven't been fishing in years, to be honest with you.
I like a bit of fishing.
I just, it's not that I know how to like tie hooks off and I know how to set fishing rods and all that stuff. I know how to do all that. I just, me in general, I'm not a big fan of fish in general,
Yeah.
just eating it. So I don't really go out of my way to try to catch it, I guess. Just doesn't really interest me like that. Like I do like, I mean, I'll eat fish if somebody gives me, like I'll eat like any fish pretty much if you fry it. I like it that way, but I just don't go out of my way to eat it. But if somebody happens to give me some, I go somewhere and that's what they're serving. I'll eat it, but
Yeah, there's no way I would eat anything I caught.
I'm more of a saltwater person than
Yeah.
freshwater. I like seafood.
You get a good catfish or some crappie. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll eat that if it's like fried. I just don't like baked fish, when people bake it.
Hmm.
I don't mind if it's fried, but
Madness, like I love cod, but even though I go cod fishing, there's no way I could eat anything which I caught. Just the thought of I've just fed it a pile of crap and now I'm gonna eat it.
Most
yeah,
fish here, Rob, you're supposed to throw back anyway.
Sorry?
Most fish here, you're supposed to throw back.
Yeah, I do anyway. Sea fish you don't have to. Well, obviously trout, salmon.
so you're not allowed to just catch fish to eat it? Or is there
no,
Not
like
in
a,
our ponds and that.
no,
you
What if
guys
it's a
don't have?
private?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Donnie.
Yeah, what if it's a private pond?
sorry,
What if it's a private pond? You can fish out of those, can't you?
no. Well, yeah, but you gotta pay to
You've got to
fish
get
in
the owner's
them.
permission.
Yeah,
You gotta-
if people
you
who own
gotta-
a pond could do it, but
Yeah, and then
I
it's
forget though. Here in America, there's so much
99% of them are catch and release.
here in America, there's so much land that it's not uncommon for people to own a pond, especially
Yeah.
in the Midwest. And I
Well, it's a
forget.
good way. It's a good way to keep a good source of food on your property too.
Uh-huh.
You know, because you could have a pond that's a few hundred yards wide, and you could have a few thousand fish in there
Yeah.
at any given
My
time.
my niece bought some property here just a couple miles from us, and it had a wet spot pond, but it was so overgrown it was basically a wet spot, and it had a couple willows around it, and willows just suck so much water out that, but it stayed wet all the time. So they're killing all the smaller willows, trying to clear off and actually get it to hold enough water to stock up with some fish. It has minnows and stuff in it now, but they're hoping to get it to hold some bigger fish.
Yeah, my dad had
Yeah.
a big ass pond in front of his house. It was about, I would say, 250 yards long and about 100 yards wide. I mean, it was
Yeah.
pretty good size, and
Well,
I would say it
well,
was
this
a small
good-sized
lake more
pond-
than a pond.
This one was a pretty good sized pond, but if you don't maintain the ponds, they'll fill in with silt and the emergence will come in and you'll just lose your pond. And that's what happened with this. The land set for so long that the pond was just getting taken away.
Yeah, and
And
I
over-
would say my dad's was more of a big ass lake than a pond. I mean, it was pretty
Yeah.
big. It was bigger than 2 football fields.
Over here, somebody owns every pond.
But yeah, he had wide mouth bass and catfish in his. Yeah, he had a few different fish in there. But yeah, you could go out there at any time and easily catch a night's worth of food.
No, and everything here is catch and release. Unless you paid silly money to go trout or salmon fishing.
Well, they'll have that on certain types of fish here if they happen to not be, if there's a season on certain fish and stuff. But for the most part, you don't have to throw fish back. You
Oh, yeah.
catch them, you can throw them in your cooler and take them home, gut them, and eat them.
No,
I mean,
You'll have
I
more
don't
fun
really,
thinking stuff.
I don't know. I don't really see the fun in catching something just to release it.
If I don't fish, I've been fishing once in the last 2 decades. But if you catch it and it's keepable, yeah, eat it.
Yeah, I don't see the point in going out just fishing for fun. Like
Oh, it's
I
great sitting
I
at
see
the-
it for a purpose. Like you're gonna go out and fish, you're going out there to
it's
catch
great to
dinner,
sit
not.
there for 12 hours to try and eat with a fish.
To me, that's kind of the thrill of fishing is you're kind of catching your dinner and where, versus just going out just to catch a fish to unhook it and throw it back in the water. That seems a little cruel to me
Mhm.
to just keep hooking fish to let them go.
I don't know. I enjoy it anyway.
I've even here in Missouri, even we've caught crawfish and cooked those.
Oh yeah, I remember catching those. We used to do is we'd take
You
a,
can't catch as many as you can down south, but
well,
there are a few places where you can pull out a few, and just for a couple people, you don't need that many.
we took, we were up in Utah visiting and they had them up in the lakes up there.
Yeah.
And we took an ice chest like a big size Coleman ice chest over to the water's edge. And then we just put hot dogs on them. And we took the little kids fishing poles
Yep.
and we had 2 or 3 of those and we just put a hot dog at the end. Literally
Yep.
just so it would set it at the edge of the water. They'd grab onto it. We'd fling them into the ice chest and just did that. And we probably had 200 in the ice chest by the time we got done.
Yep. I've
Yeah.
used a treble hook with bacon rind on it before.
Right.
Or believe it or not, take a chicken leg and a piece of pantyhose
Okay.
and tie it to a string. That they'll try and get the chicken, they'll try and claw onto the chicken, but their pinchers can't cut through the pantyhose, so they'll just kind of sit there and hold on to it.
Because they keep trying to get to it.
Yep.
They kind of just latch onto it.
Yep.
Yeah, because
But
we
a piece of bacon rind on a treble hook works pretty good.
Yeah, because these things now, mind you, like over in Australia, Tim and Matt and all them were telling me
Hey,
that
the
the ones they have
chaser.
over there are like the size of lobsters, so you only need to catch 1 or 2 for one person.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
But
I'm talking.
over the ones I was catching in Utah, I mean, they were tiny, so like one little tail was like the size of a shrimp.
Yeah.
You know, a small shrimp. So we were feeding like 8 or 9 people, so that's why we caught so many of them.
Yeah. But yeah, even I mean, if you're cooking for yourself, pull out 4 or 5 of them and you're good.
Because yeah, Tim and Dominic and Matt were telling me, they were like, yeah, dude, these things are like the size of a lobster.
Hmm.
He was like, you only need 1 or 2 of them. That's enough for one person. I said, Jesus. I was like, the ones I used to catch, like literally the tails were like the size of a quarter. And so if you wanted that as the main course of your meal with some sides, you'd need at least 10 or 15 of them to make up a decent amount, because they were so tiny.
Well,
I'll
they
tell
don't
you
really
what, that's
have
all.
Australia, do they? They have prawns.
Yeah, they're I guess they're similar to crawdads, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty much the same thing.
it is.
They're just bigger. The ones they had are bigger. Because Tim can actually go in that pond right behind his house to catch them. What's up, View Chaser? But see, that's why you'll see those guys in Louisiana and shit. When they do those crawdad boils, man, they'll have like, they'll do like 100 of them for like 10 people.
Oh yeah.
Because they're
We
way
do,
tiny.
yeah, we do a crawfish boil up at the lodge every year in July. And we go through a lot of shrimp. But it's a different breed of shrimp down there. It's the king prawn or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Pepe the Muppet is supposed to be?
Hey, the
We have
Muppet.
king prawns over here.
Pepe the Muppet. I don't know. I don't think I know what that is.
A Muppet?
Not that particular one, though.
He's the one that looks like a shrimp. Pepe.
I don't know, dude. I ain't watched the Muppets in years. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about over 20 years.
Well, he came out in the 90s.
Like, I wasn't really in the Muppets when I was younger anyway.
You like watching yourself.
You're a Muppet. Well, I don't know. That seems to be some kind of insult over in the UK. Ramsey
Yeah,
calls a lot of people Muppets.
You're such a
it
muff.
is.
Like, what is that insult supposed to mean? Like, what does a Muppet refer
You're
to?
just like those. You're stupid. You're an idiot. You're a muppet.
Okay, so it's just another term for moron.
You're stupid.
Well, I would take it as a compliment because Kermit was a Muppet.
Now, Kermit was in an abusive relationship, though.
You can't hold that against him.
It's was it Miss Piggy?
Like you don't know.
Like I said, I know the basic Muppets from just because they're so iconic, but I just was never into watching that when I was a kid. Like when I was a
What
kid,
about
that's
an
when like
adult?
Power Rangers and all that shit came out.
I watched Muppets when I was a kid. When I was an adult,
I remember when
I've
the
never
first
stopped
Power
watching the Muppets.
Rangers movie came out. Shit.
Yeah,
I
I've
think I was
never
in like
stopped watching the Muppets. And Power Rangers are just stupid.
no, now going back and watching the Power Rangers now, oh my god, it was cheesy as shit.
Yep.
Like when you actually go back and watch the old like the original episodes from like the
Yep. Go back
90s.
and watch the original Muppets, and they hold up.
But yeah, that's what I was into when I was a kid. 'Cause that was when that came out. I actually had one of my birthday parties. I think it was in like fourth or fifth grade. My dad hired people to come and they were dressed up like the Power Rangers for my birthday party. Pretty cool.
Can you show us on the doll where they touched you?
I wish I still had the pictures from that. I don't even know who has the pictures from that birthday
Like-
party. My dad wasn't really good at taking like a lot of pictures when I was younger, so I don't really have a lot of pictures.
I've lost a
No.
lot of pictures of the kids and stuff. I
Now
I
Sarah,
regret.
she's a walking timepiece. She takes photos of everything.
Mhm. I had a bunch saved, and we lost a hard drive. And
That's why I save everything to online as well.
But yeah, Sarah's got pictures, I mean, from years ago still on her phone.
I had a bunch of pictures from before me and my wife were married. I wish I still had those. I don't know where they're at. They might
Well, I
be gone
mean,
forever.
plus you can use like websites as free storage like Facebook.
Well, yeah.
You know, a lot of people upload tons of photos to your face because you can upload entire albums to your Facebook and make them private.
Yeah.
And just use that as a free storage.
I have now drivers, so Amazon Photos I do.
Yeah, because I think with Amazon Prime you get free storage.
Yeah, and he said
Get some kind of
unlimited.
Well, this
Yeah,
was
you-
before Facebook existed.
Ah, okay.
I mean, as long as you get your photos off when the website starts to becoming a dying website like MySpace, you're good. But a lot of people didn't download their photos off of MySpace when it kind of just went stagnant. So a lot of people lost their photos from there. But there was a company that backed up a lot of photos from MySpace and were storing them. And as long as you knew what your login information was, you could log in through them and it would register to your old account and you could download your old photos. Sarah got about 80 or 85% of her old photos from her MySpace a few years back. I don't know if that website's still around or where
No,
she
it's
went to,
not.
but yeah, they had actually backed up a lot of people's profiles and you could get all your old photos and shit off there.
But you do know you can actually get onto your MySpace accounts again.
You can, but it doesn't exist like you remember it existed though. It's completely
My
different
photos
now.
are still there though.
Now, Sarah,
Hey TJ.
are these actual logos now or Legos?
Yes,
TJ,
this is
what's
the
up?
actual Legos.
The other ones weren't not Legos, right?
No, they were called magic blocks.
Oh,
That's actually made by Lego?
No, it's not made by Lego, but there are actually little Lego pieces.
Okay, so it's not Lego then. It's off-brand Lego. It's the Wish version of Lego.
at least they're not magic blocks.
Laura's like, don't be talking about my blocks. Look at
Yeah,
her face.
like this my blocks.
Oh,
my
magic blocks have really cool stuff though.
And my Tetris boxes.
I love her face when you correct her. She's like, ah.
I'm still using the hammer though. Hey TJ, if you're not busy, the link's at the top.
Hey, TJ, sorry, but
Guess what? I've finally done one page.
Only 14 more to go.
I wonder if you're correct on that. Oh, I've done stage 8.
Ooh, TJ said, kiss my blocks. Fine, then don't come on a panel then, TJ. That'll be mean about it.
It's my block ass.
Oh, you were wrong on how many pages there is left.
Was I less or more?
There's more pages than you said.
See? That's even worse.
And this
Ever
is
since
this is starting from the tummy instead of the legs. You've got to do the legs last. And then join them on.
like I said too, if it's hollow inside, you need to write yourself a little future note and put it inside there. That way in like 10 years when you decide
Wait,
you don't even
when I drop it, you mean?
that's what I'm saying. It'd be cool to like write yourself a little future note. Like a little time capsule.
See, now if you were clever,
Anthony.
if you had if you had enough viewers to
Damn it.
do it, open to super chat and say whoever gives me the biggest super chat gets to write the note.
I'm not that far away from viewers.
Eat
Ever
that,
since TJ,
TJ. Eat it.
yeah,
I know,
ever
right?
since he got the
You know- you
Avada,
know-
he's too good for us. So
Man, you know what the worst thing in the world is? When you're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you take a bite and the jelly just drips like just falls like right out of the damn sandwich and falls on your damn clothes. Like, ah, shit.
Yeah, what are you drinking with it? You gotta drink something.
I have a buble.
Ah, Teej. I'm gonna say either you go with the classic milk or a coffee. Peanut butter and jelly and coffee is so good.
Yeah, I had my coffee this morning and I had to throw down like a little mini breakfast bagel.
Justin, you're muted.
best thing for him.
I was gonna say milk is the only thing that gets the peanut butter off the roof of your mouth when it gets stuck.
I'm so sorry, everybody,
Yeah.
for letting Justin know that he was muted.
No,
Uh,
I owe everybody an apology.
DJ, you're supposed to smash the sandwich together after you put it on there.
oh
Oh,
man.
you don't smash a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You smash a bologna and cheese sandwich.
No, you gotta smash the
But
jelly
peanut butter and jelly, you leave it.
You infuse it together.
Now you gotta leave it fluffy. So says the religion of Dawn. Justin, you're a heretic.
Some reason
Oh,
TJ looks like he would cut the crust off his sandwich.
TJ looks
No,
like he would cut
I
off the
eat-
sandwich, throw the sandwich away, and eat the crusts.
He's like,
No,
I
eat
just
the
like
whole
the
thing. I
brown
don't even care
parts.
about the crust. I just like
"Can I
the
have a
brown
peanut butter and
parts. That's all
jelly
I really-
sandwich,
that's all I
crust
really-
only." He's the type that goes to
just
the
like
drive-thru.
just like the outside.
No, you're the type that goes to the drive-thru and says,
Yeah,
"I want a double."
can I just have? Yeah, I just want the outside of the sandwich.
No, you go to the drive-thru talking about, "I want a double cheeseburger, no cheese, please."
Yeah, no cheese, no
Oh,
lettuce,
I know
just
some
just the
people
meat.
like
Yeah. I
I like
do.
I like how the person laughed.
That's exactly as it is.
Yeah, I remember getting your order when you was here.
Yeah.
So Rob, you one of those
Completely
people that just like to are you one of those people that just like to eat the outside of a sandwich?
No, just with the burger, just a burger and the bun. Oh, none of that
Uh,
crap, lettuce and cheese and all the other bull crap.
So-
Did you just say the burger and the bun?
Burger
Just
and
the
the bun.
burger.
The
Just the
hell is wrong
burger.
with you?
What do you
The
mean?
burger.
Just a burger and the bun.
Just the burger and the bun.
No cheese,
You don't
nothing
hear
else
what he's
on it.
saying? Just the
Oh,
burger
No,
God.
and the bun.
you don't have cheese, remember, Rob? Justin.
Oh man, you're lucky I don't have no baby bells, Rob. I'd eat one right in front of you right now.
Oh, you could
Have you not got
have
have you not got your squirty cheese?
Oh, Donald, go get a piece of cheese and eat it for Rob. He
No,
hates cheese.
I haven't got. I haven't
Oh,
got.
look, he's running to the.
Okay. American
I haven't
cheese or
got
pepper
Zoom up
jack?
anyway.
He hates cheese altogether. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, American cheese or pepper jack. That's really.
Deal, no, I'm
American
saying
cheese.
dealer's
Oh,
choice.
you get some string cheese. Get some mozzarella string
Yes.
cheese. Maybe I'm.
There you go. String cheese.
You're a bunch of sick bees, you are. Jesus Christ.
Dude, Donald will have some
Cheese and
cheese.
rice.
I do have some deli cheese in
Behold
the
the
fridge.
power of cheese.
No, he gets grossed out when I eat baby bells.
Oh God.
You
Those-
should see what
those
it's
are
like
good.
when I tell him
I
I'm
love
eating
those
cheese and
things.
crackers.
The best thing was TJ's when I was working at Walmart and I gave a baby bell to my
Yeah.
coworker because she never had one. She went to go eat it and didn't know
Yeah.
she's supposed to take the wax wheel off and bit right into the shit.
Oh god.
And she goes, "This
Oh
is so
my
gross."
God,
I was
that's
like, "You got to take the wax wheel off." Oh my God, she about lost it. She started laughing so bad.
Oh
right.
my god.
We have some fun snacking here. It looks like a mozzarella stick, but it's got some orange on it. I don't.
Oh, it's got
don't know
Kobe
what
and
kind that is.
mozzarella. It's
So
probably
I've never
Kobe.
had this.
Yeah, it's the Kobe mozzarella mix.
Ah, I've never had it.
Really good.
I can't get it.
If you want to be rebellious, you don't even string it. You just eat it.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say
Oh.
that's the question I was gonna ask. All right, should I be
But
a
if you're
heathen?
grossing Rob out, I would string it.
Okay, I was gonna say, should I be a heathen and just take a bite out of it, or be a child?
Rob,
No, I'm just gonna drop off in a second.
no, pay attention. Look
No.
at
See, this-
that. Oh yeah, look,
Look at that. Look at
look at
that.
all its stringiness.
I can't see
Oh,
you.
that stringiness.
Oh, you sick
Oh,
motherfucker.
yes, yeah, there you go.
But Lord, if you have channels like a shut down for
Hey, don't be jealous, Rob. You know you like it.
that. Oh,
I'm such a muppet.
That's what we're gonna do if we ever meet Rob in person. We're gonna hold him down and make him eat a cheese stick.
Rob's
Open your
like,
mouth.
"No, I'm
Open
not
your
meeting."
mouth.
fucking gross.
I really didn't even want cheese.
I
That's not
love
bad.
cheese. Cheese is great.
Well, see, that's the best part is Sarah will buy a big pack of string cheese. I'll dust half the pack, and then the kids get blamed for it.
That Colby is not bad.
No, it's not. It's actually really good. Sargento makes really good cheese sticks, but Cheesehead is the best brand to buy.
What's the other one? That
It's-
smelly stuff. The Parmesan, something like that.
Yeah, but Parmesan's good for like spaghetti and pizza
Yeah.
Now,
Now I'll tell you,
or lasagna.
these cheese sticks are probably about twice as much cheese as I
Hey,
would normally.
Mr. Skyfly.
Hey, Skyfly.
Yo, what's
Oh,
happening?
I love cheese, dude. I'll eat the shit out of cheese.
Yeah, I love cheese.
Like Baby Bells, dude. I
Steve, you
really
stop
have to
talking about
contain
cheese.
myself because I could sit and eat a whole 10-pack of them and it really hurt my stomach. I have to
Bells.
control
Are they the
myself.
ones
I'll
in
eat
that
2 or
red little
3.
packet?
Yeah, they're in the red little packet.
Yeah, they come in a red cellophane wrapper, and then
Yeah.
inside they're inside of a wax wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Baby bells are really good.
You know what else is good is Reese's. Reese's is amazing.
Oh, when you have a cavity, it's not.
It goes to show
Yeah.
isn't it, that,
Oh.
what the additives they put in food. Because my favorite crisps, what do you call crisps?
Chips.
Yeah, my favorite flavor is cheese and onion. The two things I can't stand.
What's the other one? Cheese and what else?
Onion.
Oh,
TJ, have you
I-
tried the Reese's Thins?
no, I don't think so.
Try those, dude.
I
It's
saw-
like a way
I-
better proportion of chocolate and peanut butter.
I saw I've seen the Oreo thins. I don't think I've seen the Reese's
No,
thins.
next time you're in like Walmart, somewhere that has a big candy section, find the Reese's Thins. They're
Oh,
way
okay.
better because instead of having a bunch of peanut butter and a thin layer of chocolate, it's the same amount of each.
Oh,
So you get a
Alright.
better proportion of peanut butter and chocolate. They're a lot better.
oh, there you go. Walmart's on my
Reese's-
way home, I think. Oh,
The Reese's eggs and the bunnies during Easter, those are good.
yeah, yeah.
I have to eat, if I eat chocolate though, I have to eat very little at a time because it'll mess my stomach up really bad.
Oh, yeah.
So usually if I have any chocolate, it's usually just a couple of small pieces.
Yeah, I like eat like I like the little Hershey Kisses. Those are good.
Ugh.
I don't mind Hershey Kisses, but they're not definitely not close to my favorite. I like Mr. Good Bars. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I like
What you
anything
ma-
Reese's. There's something about peanut butter and chocolate. Just
What about
goes just so well
whatchamacallits?
together. What do you whatchamacallit? What do you call it? What do you mean whatchamacallit?
Dude, they have another one that's called something else.
What's that whatchamacallit?
Uh,
What's
No,
that
they actually
whatchamacallit?
have another one that has a different name and it's a peanut butter version.
Have you guys ever had good stuffs?
It sounds familiar.
I don't think I've ever heard.
They came out.
Good
It was
stuff,
called the.
okay.
I believe they called it the Ultimate Good Stuff Bar, and oh my gosh, they were fantastic. I must have ate a million of those things, then I stopped seeing them. I don't know if they still exist, but that would have been in the early '90s, so you guys wouldn't have been born.
Now I'd have to say my favorite candy bar is Mr. Good Bars
is
Yeah,
what?
those are pretty good.
because they're thin and they have the peanuts inside of them. Those are pretty good.
What about the
Oh, that's
paydays?
another one. Peanuts. Oh my god.
Now, if it's M&M's, peanut M&M's are my favorite.
Yeah, we all know that
Yeah, those
Justin
are
likes
good. I
peanuts.
like them.
Justin loves
They have a
the peanuts.
they have a coffee flavored M&Ms now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they have coffee beans inside of them.
Mhm.
Roasted coffee beans inside. There's actually if you're a big coffee person, at the coffee aisle at Walmart, they actually sell chocolate covered coffee beans. My dad used to buy them all the time, so did
Oh,
my
yeah.
cousin. They really loved them.
It's a
Oh,
Yeah,
waste.
those things are pretty good.
Okay.
I think I've had them before, and they are pretty good.
I used
My
to
dad
walk
used-
when I worked overnight at Walmart. I used to carry around an Altoid tin full of just regular coffee beans and just eat straight coffee beans all night long.
Oh wow! And just like let them crunch in your mouth.
Well, you can let them crunch your mouth, but that is a quick way of eating them. But if you crack them and then suck on them for a while, they start getting softer, and then you chew them,
Oh,
and you sit there and suck on them.
Was that just a way of getting a big caffeine boost?
Yeah, it. Well, between breaks on breaks, I'd go back and I would be pounding coffee, and then when I was on the floor, I'd always have a couple coffee beans chewing in my mouth.
I don't like.
I worked
the taste of
overnight,
coffee.
so
Ugh,
I was
I
wired.
hate, I hate the taste of coffee. Ugh.
I have cut back to one of these a day.
Which is like 3 normal size mugs of coffee.
It's like 2.5 mugs of coffee.
He's like,
Maybe
instead of
2.5.
drinking, yeah, he said, instead of drinking 3 coffee cups, I'll just get a bigger cup.
Yeah, I'll just get a gallon jug.
Um,
A
That's
gallon
what,
jug of
40,
coffee.
44 ounces that cup at least.
go back 3 years, and I would be drinking 3 of these a day.
Yeah.
What is that? 44 ounces, right?
I don't know.
Looks
fill
like
up
about
the
a
water in
44 ounce.
It doesn't
Maybe-
tell me how big it is.
It's either a 32 or a 44.
Has that got my coffee in it?
Feels more like, yeah. I told you I'm drinking it for you. Um,
Tim Hortons.
I believe
Tim
it's
Hortons
probably a
coffee.
32.
We were actually at Target one day and I saw Tim Hortons coffee, like the little pods. I was like, holy shit, there it is.
Well, from what I've always heard about Tim Hortons, is it's not so much the coffee that they use, it's the machine. So their machine is set to a precise temperature. And it's the way the machine roasts the coffee is what makes it so good. That's what I've heard. Because industrial coffee makers will actually be a lot hotter than your standard coffee maker at your house. They'll brew at a higher temperature.
And a higher pressure, usually. But
Right, which
it lets you get the higher pressure, let's get higher temperature. My favorite coffee pot ever is a mocha pot because it doesn't brew quite as high of a barometric pressure as espresso, but it is higher than your standard coffee. Makes a really nice cup.
because like if you look at the they were looking at the Tim Hortons beans, the ones that like the coffee that Tim Hortons use, and
Mhm.
it wasn't really like there was a lot of other coffee brands that use the same beans and everything. So
Yeah.
it was not really special about their coffee. I think it's the machine they use or how it
Well,
brews it.
It might also be the way they roast it. If you look at Starbucks over roasts their coffee, but most of their drinks they're mixing with the milk and the sugar and stuff like that, and it covers that. I cannot stand Starbucks coffee because to me it tastes like it's been over roasted.
Oh, I can't stand
Yeah,
I
it.
like them.
it's
I like
it's
the
too
vanilla
expensive
beans.
too. I saw on I got this news app on my phone. They're talking about they're coming out with they're gonna be doing a oh, what the heck? Some like a goth drink for Halloween.
And not and everybody says Starbucks is expensive, but really, I mean, any place you go get a cup of coffee anymore can be expensive.
Yeah, fix your
I mean, you
Cup
go
of
to
coffee.
gas station, you'll pay
I mean-
$2-3 for a cup of coffee.
Hey, at least that's better than like $10 or $20.
But
for a cup of
Starbucks,
coffee.
Starbucks ain't that expensive, bro. You can get a large coffee for like $6-7. Not that expensive. Now, if you start adding like a bunch of extra shit like espresso shots, stuff like that, then it's gonna add up. But like I go get the vanilla beans. Have you ever had one of their vanilla bean drinks? So that's not
I don't
coffee.
think so.
It's just like a vanilla shake with fresh vanilla bean in it. It's really good. It's like it tastes like a vanilla shake. If you ever go if you go by Starbucks, I would recommend you go in there and get a small one and try it. You'll like them. They're really good if you like vanilla shakes. But they put fresh vanilla bean in there and you'll taste the little vanilla beads in there. It's really good.
Huh.
I'll stick to my Tim Hortons.
But
Then.
like even going anywhere though, just to get a basic cup of coffee, dude, you're gonna pay $2-3. That's just for a basic ass cup. I mean, with nothing in it.
Now the same over here, Laura?
What?
You know, price wise.
Yeah, they're about the same prices.
I don't drink tea or coffee, so I don't.
What is it? When's the
Well,
last time
people-
I got?
But people like to go to Starbucks and get like fucking 6-7 espresso shots in one coffee drink. Like my dad and his friend, dude, they used to get 9 espresso shots in their Starbucks coffee.
Oh my god.
Sure.
You're tweaking for days.
My dad had
It's
my
weekend for days.
well, my dad's friend owned one of the Starbucks franchises. And so he used to get a lot of free drinks from the guy. Like they would sit outside his Starbucks and drink. And he would
You
just
like
give him
TJ
free
Winnie?
stuff all the time. Well, my dad was driving down the road one day, and all of a sudden he like went partially blind, found out he had diabetes,
Oh,
and so he had to stop drinking the Starbucks coffees.
No, he had to stop drinking the sugar.
Yeah, that's
You
what
can
I'm
still
saying.
drink an espresso.
But he was getting the
Right.
iced coffees with all the sugar
Now-
and espresso
Now,
shots and all
espresso is
that.
pretty intense, but every once in a while, I do like ordering just a straight espresso somewhere and just
Right.
get your little tiny cup and just, yeah, every once in a while, if it's a good coffee.
Like I said, my dad used to get 9 of them put there. That's
Hi,
a
TJ.
lot. That's the type of shit gives you the jitters.
is he gone? Is he TJ?
Yeah, he's probably gone back to work.
Oh,
If
I
I
do
take one of those large monsters and down it, I'll actually get shaky if I don't like drink it sporadically over an hour or two.
See, I can't stand Monster.
I only like the green one, the original one. I've tried a bunch of the other ones, but I don't like
I'm
it.
not
That's the only one
allowed
I've ever
them.
tried and I couldn't stand it. So, and I never understood the reasoning. It's like, okay, caffeine delivery for people who can't drink coffee.
Well, it's the flavor. I mean, some people just like I like the flavor of the original one.
Right. I like the flavor of coffee.
But if
So
I
to me,
down,
Monster Energy didn't make any sense to me.
oh
But people
no,
who don't like flavor coffee, I can understand that.
but like I used to get one of the big cans with the screw on top, one of the big large cans, and a couple of times I drank it too fast and literally started shaking, like my hands were shaking. So when I do get one every once in a while, I do get one every great once in a while. I'll go to the gas station and buy one. I'll sip on it over the course of a couple hours.
What a lightweight.
I'm not allowed them.
But the amount of caffeine that's in those things is insane. Plus, you got all that other shit they put in there.
Yeah, the guarana and
There's one with some name with a T, Tripana or Trinia or some shit.
why can't you have them, Laura?
Because they send me hyper.
let me mute this because I'm going to open my door and that's
He
Yeah,
forgets
they
he's
send
on
me
Zoom.
that hyper, I get into a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I can't have them because of the sugar.
It's getting bigger.
So happens you got an iPhone, TJ. It overheats.
That's what she said.
I am getting
yeah.
an iPhone.
Donald,
It's
remember
getting
you're
big.
on Zoom. You don't have to mute for background noise.
Oh yeah.
If it was
There you go.
StreamYard, I'd say definitely.
Yeah. Here, I'll go open the garage door then.
Let's see if we can hear it. Nothing. Barely. I don't hear nothing.
Nothing?
No, I don't hear it.
No, I heard it when you first started it, like the initial whoop, but then it faded out.
What was it?
It just took Zoom like a split second to catch
No,
up. and
what did
realize
he do?
He
Open up the
opened his
garage door.
No, I don't know.
the garage door.
Garage.
Garage.
She says garage. Sounds like she's saying gay in the garage.
Oh, it's a
Garage.
garage.
It's
Yeah.
whatever I want to call it.
Yeah, Justin. I'm
Right.
swapping out my plugs,
Uh-huh.
but I was also messing with the jetting on the carb and realized that I had some extra large air corrector jets on there that were basically made for a dual carb setup.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, do you know about it?
A little bit.
Okay, imagine, your engine is sucking fuel through
Right.
the carburetor, and it's your exhaust and everything, the pistons, everything pulling air through and ejecting out of the exhaust.
Yeah,
And so you have suction that is coming through the carburetor, correct?
Right.
yeah,
So imagine that's sucking on a straw,
All right.
right? Now, at higher speeds, the air corrector jets really start coming into play. It's like having a straw that you're sucking,
yeah,
and you have a hole drilled in the side of the straw or a crack in it. It's going
Oh,
to let air
yeah.
in, so you're not going to be sucking quite as much fuel, right?
Yeah.
I had air corrector jets that were larger because they were made for a dual carb setup where you wouldn't be pulling as much fuel per
so
side.
it was overheating.
But since it was a center mount, I should be pulling more fuel. And so I went to a smaller jet size.
Yeah,
And I think that's helping a little bit.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
TJ spelt it garage. With the Y.
garage, here in the
oh,
garage.
garage.
See, I'm thinking I need to just set a camera up on the buggy and just do a silent build like Laura's doing, and just stream me tinkering with it.
Right, can I just say, is it
People
my
would love
fault?
it.
The problem is I'd need multiple views because I'm all around it.
People would love it.
Yeah, you just do little 15-second shorts of you doing hyperlapse. Just people fucking eat that shit up. You don't even have to really finish the job. Just
Maybe
just
just
do one of like you taking the air filter out, putting it back in. There you go. You're done. Quick video.
or setting the gaps on the valves.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
do know I'm only building this at the same time because I like to chat while doing it.
Oh, see, the only reason I'm watching is to watch you build it because I hate talking to you. We're here for different reasons.
I'll remember that when it's my game show.
Did you
Your
see
game show-
that you?
Do you still play games?
Yes.
Huh. Were you on this weekend? This last
Yes.
weekend? Why wasn't I on?
I don't know.
You were.
I sent
I
you a
think you
link.
were in the
Because you
chat.
were
weren't you?
talking. That's why I wasn't on, Laura. I couldn't stand the sound of the whenever you talk, there's a noise that comes out of your mouth.
Wow.
It hurts.
Wow.
You're lucky I'm busy
See,
doing
there's the noise again. There it goes.
It's lucky I'm doing this because you'd be in the green room right now.
I deserve it too.
Why, he would just leave anyway.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, I got work to do. No, what was I doing this Sunday? What was I doing last Sunday?
I
You
want
know
to
what?
say you came in the chat. I remember
Yeah, I think I popped in
correctly.
the chat, but I didn't stay because I was doing something else. I don't remember what I was doing.
Yeah, I played Murder Trivia with Bill.
Oh, I like murder trivia.
Was that when you were going to the wedding?
No, that was last Thursday or something like that.
Yeah, was it the charity event thing?
That's it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I was trying to remember because I know you were going somewhere.
Because I was on for a minute. I drove over and I said adios.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on yours or if it was on Paul's or was that on yours?
Yeah, it was on mine.
Yeah. That's what it was. You have a good memory, Laura. I can't remember back yesterday, let alone 3 days.
I don't have a good memory. I don't actually how I remembered that.
Because it was about me and you love me.
I'd like to strangle you.
Didn't he say yesterday he was going to give you like $500, Laura? I'm pretty sure they said that.
Oh yeah, he asked for my PayPal details, didn't
Yeah, he did.
Huh.
He's like, I sure as hell don't remember that.
he?
I'm unemployed. I don't remember that.
I hate these single little pieces. See how much I've got done since talking to you nutters?
Oh, Donald, did you see that Matt added another video of me eating and of Dominic?
No.
Yeah, he did one of Dominic eating a donut, and it had some sound clip over it talking about giving
Oh,
Dunkin'
giving to the
Donuts.
homeless.
Dunkin' Donuts giving donuts to the homeless.
He put that on his shorts.
Yeah. And he's got me sucking a cracker in my mouth.
Yeah, I put on that one just in a view. Great landing. Or something
Yeah, I
like that.
saw that. Well, because of me and Dominic, Matt's got an extra like 6,000, 7,000 views on his channel.
Well, you should be asking for your cut.
Plus, I got Matt like 7 or 8 subs from that first video, the Twinkie.
Yeah, TJ, my t-shirt says focus on the good.
Oh, and Dominic was hilarious. So that sound clip you put over it was like perfect.
I am going to add to this t-shirt, focus on the good, but not Justin. Or something like in them lines.
Stop being positive, Tony Robbins.
Yeah, I don't want it to fall to pieces, TJ. I've got to hide this up yet. I don't want my nephew seeing it.
Good thing you're not on a live stream or anything that anybody can view.
Yeah, there is that.
Wait, what I meant?
But because my channel's set to 18 plus, it don't show up on kids' YouTube.
What the hell
If
did I
you-
miss?
She said that she didn't want her nephew to see that she was building this because she's sending him one for Christmas.
Oh, gotcha.
And I said it's not like we're on. Yeah, but does he have his account set for YouTube Kids?
Yes. He
There's
is
a lot
only
of-
his buggy.
Well, because
he's
a lot of
only
kids.
7.
Well, I know that, but a lot of kids will start up YouTube accounts and just put fake birthdays in.
No, his mum set his account up. I think the much he can see, because I've checked, is my short videos.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Can you see my neighbor backing his buggy out of his house?
Don't you wish you were doing that?
Get the bright blue one.
Oh yeah. Now I see it.
Ouch, that actually hurt my shoulder blade.
He's got a lot more money than I do, so he can, instead of working on his engine, he just buys a new one.
Now, is he the reason you decided to buy one, or you guys just both happened to
No,
get one? and not
Other way
realize
around.
it?
Other way around.
Ah.
I bought mine, and a few weeks later, he bought his. He used to have one back years ago.
I mean, y'all hang out with each other and kind of like look at each other's shit and stuff, or what?
Every once in a while, I've borrowed a tool from him, and I've been over talking to him when he was putting his engine in and stuff like that.
You actually take it off
Pretty
road?
cool though. You got a neighbor that's into the same thing.
And then I took it out for a run a couple weeks ago and came across him on a back road a couple miles away. Him and his wife had been out running. So ran across him in the wild.
It's pretty cool though. That you got a neighbor that's into the same thing.
Yep. So what was I doing? I was. Do I want to see if I can get the spark plugs out without pulling off the intake manifold?
Are you supposed to take off the intake manifold to do it?
There is no real supposed to here. but
Well, let me ask you something. If you spend the time to take the manifold off, is that going to make it easier than you fighting with it for 30 minutes and then realizing you should have took it off?
it's a trade-off, I think, right now.
See, now how
I'm
that
gonna-
goes, you'll be like, oh, I think I can do it. And then you'll spend it as much time as it would have
think-
took you to do it
I think I'm
originally.
going to try. If I can get them off without taking off the manifold,
Because I've done that plenty of times
that
in my
works
life.
great. And if I try and take them off with the manifold still on there and I can't quite get it, I can still take the manifold off.
Yeah, but if you're going to assume that might be in your way, why not just do that to begin with?
Because that would be the easy option.
Because if I can get them off without doing the extra step of taking off the intake manifold, then I'll just have it done.
Well, we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
If I can't get to it, then I can always take the intake manifold off and I'm not losing any time. If I get to take the intake manifold off and I didn't have to, that's wasted time. All right, where did I put?
Wouldn't it be wasted time in the other way though, too?
No.
How
How would
do
I
you
waste?
figure you're using the same amount of time to take it off later than you are initially?
Not if I don't have to.
You're not
If
going
I-
to win the argument, Justin.
Yeah, but you're saying that if you have to, you're not wasting
Then
time.
I'm not wasting any more time.
Oh. Okay, I thought you said it the other way. I was like, it's the same amount
So-
of time.
So I have an
Just different
opportunity to
direction.
save a little bit of time and work. If it doesn't work, then I'm not losing anything.
What, are you gonna be late for work if you have to take it off?
Don't forget, Justin's in
Uh.
the same boat.
I know, I can't even get a call back from friggin' Walmart or Home Depot.
Same boat.
It's like they say they don't look at age, but and here's the thing, I stayed at my last job for 23 years. So it looks like I don't have a work history too.
To be honest though, like, well, at least when I was helping doing the hiring, the age was never a real issue, to be honest with you. Maybe on certain positions, but then they would just move people around if they felt like you wouldn't be able to handle it.
Right.
And they would like get one, like, so like unloading the trucks, they always tried to hire the young kids, right? That were like in their 20s. And if they felt like you weren't going to be able to handle it, they would just get one of the younger kids and put them on the truck and move you into their position. They'd just move people around in the store but I don't know. Just my experience, age was never really an issue when it came to hiring. They'd always find something for you to do. Whether it be stand at the door or be a cashier.
Yeah, I don't want to stand at the door.
But it's not like you're not physically fit to do
Right.
anything. I mean, it's not like you're coming in there with a walker and being like, I want to unload the truck. They're like, oh, fuck. You know?
Hey. I can't get the yep, and that wedged it a little bit. I can get the socket in there to break it free, but I can't back all the way off because then it starts getting that angle on the manifold, but I can just break it loose, then just take the socket and unscrew it the rest of the way. So that saves me time, Justin.
You don't have a what the hell is it?
Wobbly.
Yeah, wobbly.
I got the wobbly, but if you saw the clearance on where this is coming out against that manifold, you'd realize how stupid that question is. So
Well, you
stupid.
could
You're a
just take the
muppet. But you are,
you
you're a
just take-
muppet.
You could just take the manifold off.
I could.
I think
Ugh.
if you were in front of Donald right now, he'd hit you.
Okay. So Laura, what are you gonna hide inside that thing?
I
on,
haven't
you got-
decided that far yet.
You got to make like a little mini time capsule. I'm telling you, like put like, hide something of David's in there, then he'll think you lost it, like a thumb drive or something,
No, you're right.
or put like a little letter. Like pick a few little tiny things you can put in there and forget about. And in like 10 years, you'll be like, oh, I remember that.
I have a memory box for that.
Yeah, but that's not as fun though. Memory box, you can get into it anytime. That thing you'll have to bust apart to get to it.
Yeah, but maybe I don't want to bust it apart.
But that's the whole point. Like 10 years, you might not give a shit about it no more. And you're like, oh, I want to see what's in there.
Yeah.
Put some chocolate in it, shall I?
Yeah, so it can melt and just be like, it'll come seeping out all the little crevices. Like a nasty
Hey,
ass
Paul
mess.
Murray.
Hey,
Is
Paul.
it big enough?
What's up,
Is it
Paul?
big enough for a raw egg?
Donald needs a head cam when he works on his vehicle.
Who said that?
What they
Paul
call
Murray.
time
It's
capsule.
actually not a bad deal. Get you a GoPro, because you can use GoPros as a webcam.
Oh yeah, I have GoPro 10.
Yeah, get you a little head thing when you're doing it.
Yeah,
Perfect for you.
but I'm always getting my head jammed into tight spots. Having GoPro attached to it probably wouldn't help.
You
The
can use them as webcams, can you just?
I can put my phone on here. I can clamp my phone somewhere and get an angle of what I'm doing. But
There you go.
and I think, Justin, what I'm going to do is a hybrid of I'm going to loosen the manifold since it's a
See?
flexible point. Instead of taking it all the way off, I'm going to loosen it so I can just shift it a little bit.
Buck says it comes all the way off.
And if I do,
Okay.
so what?
But it's not going to shift the direction he wants it to shift.
Oh yeah, it will. I'm just sick of taking it off. You don't know how many times I've done this.
All
There
I
you go.
can hear is moan, moan, moan.
I'm looking to see how little I can do to get these plugs changed. So that next time I do it, I know how little I have to do.
There you go. TJ's telling me to hide $200 in there.
Are you going to
Ooh.
give me the $200?
Just have him send it to you and just leave your PayPal card on there.
And Laura,
Yeah.
in what world do you think that would make me feel better saying Justin's in the same boat as me?
I don't know. I'd have jumped off the boat by now.
Yeah. I'm gonna start to swim with the show.
Don't worry, Donald. Justin's exactly like you. Well, son of a bitch.
Even though I can't swim anymore.
Yeah, I can go swimming at least.
Fuck you.
Rob, you probably would float if you.
Oh, no. I was
What's
talking
that?
about Justin's ear infection. He can't go swimming because of his ear infection. Rob, I wouldn't give you shit, Rob. I like you.
I was only joking. Like,
Oh, wait, I would give you shit. I forgot.
yeah,
Oh.
that's it. Pick on the cripple.
Well, you're less likely to chase me when you get mad.
Yeah, I don't know. Until my battery goes flat anyway.
Yeah, but to be honest, his wheelchair probably's got some. Remember, he can stay at a constant speed. You're gonna diminish in breath
Yeah.
after so long.
I got
Okay,
about
he'll catch up to you eventually.
I got about
Yeah.
4.5 miles at 4.5 miles at 15 mile an hour.
Oh yeah, you
That's
can't run that fast.
That's 15 mile an hour faster than my buggy's going right now.
Be going a lot faster if you took that manifold off.
We're going a bit faster if he knew what he was doing. Got a problem, mechanic.
Well, technically, I can take it out driving right now with these old plugs in it. But
Just fuck
We're
it. Just put it on
talking to the-
Facebook Marketplace. Just be done with it.
when we were talking the other night, I realized that these are the plugs that came in the engine when I bought it. I don't know how old they were.
I mean, do they look like just physically?
Yeah.
Do they just
Oh no,
look?
they're and they're still firing, but
Are they,
Well,
Well, I mean, just the look of them. Do they look like an old ass style plug versus the newer ones? Yeah.
you
oh
know,
no, it's a newer plug. It's not like a
Okay.
plug from the 60s.
are
Okay.
they blacked up? Are they clean? Are they?
Don't know. I'm pulling them out right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
I believe I believe they're black with carbon.
And then recap them, man.
Got these brand new ones here that are gapped.
Oh,
I
okay.
just gapped them while we were talking. And so we'll see how that goes. Okay, manifold is loose. Let's see if I can shift it a bit. Oh yeah, that did it. Oh yeah, much better.
How many? Yeah, we have what? 4 plugs on there. You got to take out.
Yep.
Yes, Justin. No V8 there.
Yeah, it's a V8 Volkswagen.
Got that the V8 5.0 on there. Old Mustang engine.
I have seen people put all kinds of things in the back of these bugs. Convert them
Oh,
over
there's-
and put Porsche engines in here, but
Yeah.
and
Yeah, there's no reason you couldn't fit a V8 in there if you did it right.
No,
I've seen
but-
people do stuff like that, and then they even if they put the 4 cylinders in here, but they'll put a water cooled 4 cylinder in, where then they have to put a water cooler somewhere, so they stick it up on the above the little back area here. It's like,
Oh yeah, I've seen them like that before.
yeah, you can
Mhm.
turn one of these into a screamer if you do something like that, but that's not what I'm after.
Put a high boost
Porsche
motor in
and
there.
Volkswagen are the same company, and you know, they were built by the same person. They share
Porsche?
like parts.
Yeah, you can get a little Porsche boxer and put in these.
Yeah.
No problem.
Just do like they were doing with the smart cars and put a high boost in it.
You know, I keep on thinking they make conversion kits for a couple $1,000s to convert over to a full electric.
You have a lot more
Mm.
torque.
Yeah, you have so much torque, you just put it in third gear when you're driving. You
Yeah.
use reverse and third. That's all you use.
Yeah. There's a guy over here got that's all he does is Volkswagens. And they're ridiculous. But,
And they convert them over.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if they can ever get like let's say like a 500-600 mile range out of an electric vehicle, it actually makes more sense to have an off-road vehicle electric than gas, only because electric has so much more torque.
I don't even
And,
need that much range out of it. I'd be happy to, if I could get a couple 100 miles.
Yeah.
well, that's the only reason that's turning people off with electric cars these days. They're always bitching about the range
I wonder if I can find this
and
channel.
the amount of time it takes to charge them. That's the 2 biggest things people bitch about.
I don't know, Robert. You can't share anything.
Why?
But
Why?
I mean,
Because I'm using the second camera as a share screen.
Oh, I
if
wouldn't have
eventually you
given
could
it
come
to-
home and just plug your car in and it could be charged in like 15-20 minutes, I don't think people would have such an issue with them. But that's
Yeah,
like
that's
one of the do what?
That's not going to happen.
Well, no, I mean,
The only way you
you
could do that.
could if you had a charger with really big capacitors on it.
Or if you had a way to quick change a battery, so you pull up to a charging station
Kind of like a charging
home.
cell.
and you drop one out, put it on the charger, and put the fresh one in.
Yeah, but then
Yeah, that actually would be a
I've
good
heard of that
idea.
before, but I can't see that working.
It would if they could get a battery down to the size of like a briefcase size, to where you could lift it up out like a cell.
I'm not
and
even
drop a
thinking
new one
briefcase
in.
size. I'm thinking, the big batteries, but you'd have to have some way. It would be a full service station. You pull into a charging station, they come out with basically a pallet jack, drop the battery out, and slide out,
It
put a
would
new
have
one
to
in,
be
and
really,
you're on the road.
yeah, it'd have to be a super simple.
Right. It would have to be something that was simple to swap out, and it would have to be relatively uniform.
Donald, I put his link in the chat. The guy who does it. It's called Electric Classic Cars.
Yep. That's a guy I've seen that does conversion, and they sell conversion kits.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of them he does Volkswagens.
Yep. That's where I saw he was doing a actual Volkswagen. I thought, man,
Yeah.
with a lot less weight that these stupid dune buggies are, that would make that range on that much more.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, you'd get rid of a couple hundred moving parts on that thing that you wouldn't have to
It
worry
would be
about anymore.
really, wouldn't it?
But if I did that, wouldn't it? Don't you think it would take the soul out of this thing?
Yeah, but it would. But then, all right, you haven't got the noise and the
I mean,
smell
it's all
of
your
the
own
gas
personal
and
preference, to
you
be
know
honest
that,
with
but
you.
you'd have the power and the torque.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're turning it all electric, but you're also not driving a buggy that sounds like a Ferrari neither. So, I
And
mean,
you still got all the mechanical steering and mechanical brakes and it's not focusing.
yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Smell
It
them,
just looks-
smell
it
them.
looks
They
black.
overfueling.
Yeah, it's black.
Smell it. Is it fuel or oil?
Oh, it's what I've smelled that it's going to be. Yeah, no fuel.
Yeah, okay.
See, he's already back in his buggy. He doesn't go for very long.
But I gotta be fair nowadays, okay. Carburetor cars, they're just so much trouble.
Well, like I said, it's one thing if you were driving a car like a Hellcat or something that's like just made to sound like a fucking lion off the line, you know? Then I
Yeah,
can
but
but that's just a little Volkswagen bug.
but
with a
Volkswagen
motor.
also have their own sound.
Well, they did, but I'm saying
They do.
I don't know.
They do a what's it, MS something. They do a conversion for a fuel injection system. Then they for that.
But at the same time, everybody
Yeah,
could make fun of you at the
if-
buggy meetups, but you beat their ass off the line every time.
Yeah, if I wanted to really tweak this in, I would get a new engine built with a complete fuel injection system.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to worry. It's all taken care of.
Yeah, about overfueling, underfueling,
Yeah,
altitude jets. It automatically does it all, doesn't it?
But that would all
Um,
building my own acceleration curve on it and programming, but
Yeah.
that wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. The reliability factor goes up by a factor of 100, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's costly.
Oh God, yeah.
But if I was ever to build an engine from scratch, maybe buy a short block and build up off there.
I don't think I'm being funny with you. Do you think you got the skills and the tools to do it?
I can take this one down. I can take the top end on this down all the way down and back up.
Okay, so you'd be all right with the liners and
Alright.
piston, like you'd be all right with the piston liners. crank bearings.
That would be taken care of in the, for piston, yeah. Yeah, that part you can do on these.
No, I meant, would you feel comfortable doing that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've pulled the pistons out of this and reseated the rings on
Oh,
this
good on you.
because I had a leak around one of the jugs
Yeah.
early summer, and so I had pulled this one side out, pull the jugs off and reseal around it.
Oh, good enough. I say it's not an easy, it's not a beginner's task, that is.
It's not super complicated. It seems like it's complicated. I knew nothing about cars or about engines until I bought this thing. And it's like, okay, take it down to a certain point until you're comfortable, and then put it back together. Do that a couple times, and you can go another step. And then do it a couple times and go another step.
And then you still got all your valve timing, and everything else, haven't you?
Well, that's one thing. I wouldn't be comfortable cracking into a case.
Donald
Right.
popped the hood. He was like, that was a good first step. Come back to this later.
Yeah.
Do what?
I said, you just popped the hood. You were like, that's a good first step. I'll come back to this later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't have a hood.
Justin, do you watch
Yeah, that's right. You got a frunk.
I don't even have a trunk.
you are?
No, it's called a frunk.
I don't have a frunk.
Oh, and you don't, what the hell's in the front of it then?
The gas tank, and then the hood comes right over on top of that, is bolted in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't have any storage on this thing. I'm wanting to build a where the rear seat was. I'm wanting to build a enclosed area there.
So you're not going to have a back seat at all?
Oh no,
So
that's the
just
first thing
you
I
and the
did.
wife?
I took the back seat out first thing because I wouldn't feel safe in being in a wreck regardless, but I would feel even less safe if I had somebody back there in the back and be in a wreck.
Oh, it'd be good is build you a small box back there, like a toolbox, and then
Yeah, that's what I'm
also
planning on doing.
a
It's gonna
nice
be-
little spot for a spare tire to go into.
Probably no room for a spare tire. If I put a spare tire in this, it would be on the top of the roll cage
Oh yeah, you could always do that too.
and towards the back. But the box back there that I was planning on building, one side was going to be tools and stuff, and then the other side was just going to be for general storage.
What kind of tires you got on that thing?
It looks like they are black.
That's smart ass. Well, I mean, are they like off-road beefy looking tires or just little
No, these are
street
just
tires?
regular road tires. These just regular Goodyear.
I bet
I'll
that
be
thing
back
would
in a
look
second.
I think that thing would look badass. You put some really nice rims on it with some big beefy, like off-road looking
Well,
tires.
first, the job is to get it running the way I like it before I start going on looks.
Well, you gotta take the manifold off first.
No, I didn't.
Well, since you're fixing it every other day, I guess we're not getting new tires then. No, I think it would look pretty badass though, with some decent sized rims and some really beefy off-road tires that kind of make it look pretty badass in my opinion.
I'm kind of thinking about going back to smaller tires, at least in front.
Why?
This thing's gonna be on the road all the time, and it will. I mean, having big tires, sure, it looks neat, but it steals away a lot of your power.
But now,
So-
didn't you say you kind of felt like that thing was kind of all over the road because of the weight being so light?
If I get over 60, yeah, but that's not going to.
Huh.
But also, I only put 3 gallons of gas in it at a time. So, but this is going to be a 55-mile-an-hour driver.
You need to figure out where your gas tank's leaking and get that thing welded up.
Yep, that's a project. And for just like $150, $200, I'd probably just buy a new one.
Do y'all
Wait.
have a little stick welder in the house? Have you ever welded before?
Yeah. I took a welding class a couple years, almost 2 years of a welding class.
Did we believe you?
I never did TIG or MIG. I just stuck with this arc.
And did you ever do stick welding?
Yeah, with the stick welder. Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I
did
used to
that,
do
and I did
back in the day.
oxyacetylene dip welding, like hand dipping.
Actually, I was watching a guy do a review. He had this like, they have this new drill. It almost looks like a power drill. And you just put the stick rod, you put the rod in the end of it, and you just squeeze the trigger and weld. It was really weird. It looked like a hand drill though. He bought it off of Temu or some shit and was testing it. It was actually he was actually pretty surprised that it worked so well.
Yeah.
It looked just like a hand drill. I mean, you put the welding rod in the end of it, so it looks like a long ass drill bit, of course. But then you just literally touch it to the metal and squeeze the trigger, it just starts welding. I was really surprised.
Okay. One plug changed.
Yeah, because you can get little stick welders pretty cheap. You can find them for like 50, 60 bucks.
Yeah.
Cheapy one.
Little
It's
MIG
good for
welder's
doing
a
it.
bit better.
Do what?
A little MIG welder is better.
Well, I'm saying if you're just doing the household projects like he's doing, you can get a little $50, $60 stick welder. You're
Yeah.
just doing little projects like that. You don't need nothing too expensive.
Yeah, I have a buddy that has a MIG welder that I could probably take it to him, but then you're involving emptying the tank, cleaning it.
But it will save you 200 bucks buying a new one.
What,
only take 'em-
how would you?
Because it's only going to take you like 30 seconds to weld it up and be done with it.
That's true. It really depends on what the condition of that tank is when I pull it out.
I was away from my computer. What tank are you on about?
This gas tank has got a hole in it somewhere, right? Do you even know where it's located, or
Nope,
you
I'm
figured that out?
thinking I can't get this. Oops. I
I'm
can't
actually
get it.
wondering if one of the welds actually is cracked
Can,
somewhere on it.
can
Well,
you
that's
use,
why I'm
like,
wondering
baby
if-
weld?
I'm wondering if the
Or one of the
Oh, that one
lines
doesn't
is
look-
leaking.
where the fill tube is.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if they did not get that sealed correctly.
Yeah.
That one don't look as bad. That one is a little
Okay.
lighter. It's not quite as black.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now that you readjusted your carb, now once you get the new ones in, then you're gonna really be able to tell.
But if
Right.
it
That's
is,
that's kind of why I want to put this in. I'm gonna put them in and put 100 miles on it, and then pull the plugs and take another glance at it.
if it is the fuel tank leaking, do you guys use like JB Weld,
Oh, JB Weld.
Ah,
the putty stuff? You know,
Yeah, if it's just a crack along where the fill tube is, yeah, JB Weld would work great.
yeah. I wasn't sure if you had it over there or if you know, something similar.
Oh yeah, I think Americans invented it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I actually got it. The tubes down in my toolbox.
That's
Or
our
you take
JB
the-
Weld.
Yeah, you got two different separate tubes, and you
Yeah,
squeeze a little equal amounts out and mix it up.
and then it
Yeah.
activates it,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
The putty stuff is good too, that you just pinch off a piece and
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta squeeze it all together.
That's very convenient.
Well, yeah, it sucks about JB Wells. It takes forever to fucking cure.
Hey, well, sorry.
It takes forever to set. Like it, you have to let it sit for a good 24 to 48 hours. You want to get a good
Yeah,
set on it.
Unless you run like a
So it's
hair
not
dryer
something
on
that
it
you
or-
can just slap on and an hour later be using. You, if you want it to set really good, you want to let it sit for a couple days.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it doesn't dry like super glue does.
was I
JB
doing?
Weld actually works really well on plastic. If you break something that's plastic, I actually used it on my little game controller handle, my stand that holds my two game controllers and my headphones.
Yeah.
I knocked into it one day and broke one of the arms off that holds one of the controllers up. And I used super glue to put it back together
Mhm.
and let that dry real quick. And then I mixed up some JB Welding, used it and covered it around.
You'd be
the whole
better
edge
off.
of
They
it.
make a plastic weld that will actually bond the plastic pieces together.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about though, because you can buy it at Harbor Freight.
Yeah, for plastic parts.
They actually have something called a plastic welder or something at Harbor Freight too. It's they don't know how it works, but somebody was talking about it the other day, and I was looking at it on their website.
No, puss.
Oh, but the JBL worked really good on the plastic though. It hardened and it's even more solid than it was before it broke. And because super glue will work, but then the minute you put any pressure on it, it just breaks right in half again.
Yeah, we have a thing over here as well called No More Nails, which comes in a
It's like caulking.
like a tube, and then
Yeah, they call it should have
things sort of thing over there that I expect in it.
Bit like Gorilla Glue.
liquid nails, what they call it over here.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
and it
that
comes-
does go off really fucking hard.
Yeah, it comes off in a tube like caulking does. That's pretty much all it is. It's just a high strength caulking. Like,
High strength of what?
do what?
You are high strength of what?
Caulking, you know what you put around window seals and stuff?
Oh, putty.
It's it's kind of like that.
You know, I thought you were saying bukkake.
No, caulking. That's what we call it over here, caulking.
It's what we
Yeah.
call silicon.
Yeah, or silicone, either one.
Oh, we
But
got-
it comes in a
Putty
tube
goes
like
right.
that. It's called liquid nail. But yeah, that shit is strong though.
Yeah, and don't get them wrong. Justin is a big fan of the bukkake.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Sorry,
Oh,
you
God,
want Kingston?
send him some new batteries for his hearing aids, Laura. Jesus.
Well, do you want some bad
Did you
news?
not buy new speakers with that computer, Rob?
I got speakers. I got flashy speakers.
What?
Well,
those
turn them
cheap-
up.
Those
I
cheap
just
wish
have-
speakers.
You are? What do you call them?
So those cheap wish speakers.
No. They're Goodmans.
Oh, Timu, sorry.
Goodman's is an okay brand.
I can hear everybody but you. It's you and your cheap ass mic.
Ugh.
Isn't it, Cat? Yes.
Let's put the lids on my boxes.
Stop talking to yourself, Rob.
Yeah, we know he has no friends, so
Good. Look at the chat and look at all the emojis TJ's put in there.
right. Anyway,
Oh, you done now?
I'm calling it a day
What for?
Oh, she got bored now.
because one, I've got to go out and it's getting dark.
You
Where
gotta
you
go
going?
out where?
I've got to go to the shop.
Oh, in other words, I'll get a phone call all the
Or-
way and all the way back.
No, I'll ring someone else
What are you going
Fuck
to the
off.
shop
No,
for?
you won't.
because I want to get my dinner.
Why don't you have dinner at the house?
Because I don't fancy what's in.
What shop
She
you going
doesn't
to?
fancy what's in.
I knew he was going to say something.
Do you not cook your own dinner?
No, I don't fancy anything that's in the freezer.
She's going to go to McDonald's, I expect.
No, I'm not going to
No,
McDonald's.
it's
I'm
because
going to
David's not home to
Tesco's.
make her dinner.
David is home, so that's where you're wrong.
I haven't seen him.
He came in about 2 minutes ago.
He did because he asked her about the camera, and she said she was using the other camera to.
That was that green screen clip. I'm pretty sure I saw that the other day.
She
But
killed
anyway,
David.
I've done this much.
She killed David. He's in the freezer. That's what's for dinner.
What do you want, a
Hang on.
gold? What do you want, a gold star?
Want a cookie?
You finished being
It's like-
assholes yet?
So, fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
It's a 3-year-old little Lego statue. And you're chuffed that you've done that much.
And it's not for a 3-year-old, so you're wrong there.
Oh, 5 years plus, is it?
No,
What do you mean David's cooking sucks, Laura? You got to go to the store.
Yeah.
did you know he's been able to hear everything?
We seen him sneak down by there then.
I knew he was there.
Oh, hey, David. I didn't know you were there.
What's with a hammer?
What, this?
Yeah.
I hammer the bricks to push them down properly.
You don't know it's Lego, you just push it.
No, I use this.
So do you think you are an elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose you're the right size for it.
Oh, about to hammer his ass.
Bang, bang, Laura's little hammer came down on David's head.
The question is,
prod for Christmas.
which way is that hammer going up your ass? Because the handle part would probably be a lot easier.
Good afternoon
Anyway,
to David.
On that night, goodbye, everybody.